So I was just going to start by saying well done, Ashley. Well done, everybody. But well done, Ashley, in particular.
Have we started? We've started.
That's lovely.
Yeah. Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
I thought it went really well. I thought they threw themselves into it in the spirit it was intended. They took it seriously. They put effort into coming up with those ideas, and they were good ideas.
And I thought that the energy levels stayed up. I mean, at the point in the afternoon where I thought, I was expecting everything to flag, it was actually really pumping, I thought.
That partly might be because we had a lot of sugar.
I think I expected it to be a little bit more led by us, and actually it was more led by them. And I liked the fact that it wasn't us teaching, and we weren't in teacher mode and we weren't in workshop mode. We were more in, okay, well, here's some stuff, see what you think about it, tell us what you think, and let's have a discussion and a debate about it. And that's what I really loved about it.
How roll-outable is it as a concept?
I think it would take on quite a different feel, because you would then have students that wouldn't volunteer to participate in something like this. So I think you wouldn't be able to do an all-day thing, but a short version when it pertains to their own course. Those students that wouldn't naturally engage in something like that might feel, as conversation started, that actually I do have a vested interest in this going well.
I found it really useful that students kept reminding us of where this might be fitting and where they felt this might not be fitting. So the students were very aware that there were times when this would not feel to them appropriate, particularly at level 4. But I was also excited by where the students said, yes, we'd be ready to fly here. At what point are we ready for this? And yes, pick it up. And for me, it seemed that there could be lots of different flavours of this. So the co-creation of unit assessment could work in one way in one space, working in another way in another space. So with a particular course it might seem more fitting here, with another it might be something you'd need to hold on to for much later.
And they were very good at bringing up, because we had quite a bit of enthusiasm dotted around taking votes on stuff, and if the majority feel one way about something, doing that thing, and somebody else, after a bit of discussion of that, somebody else did bring up, but what about the students that don't feel that way about something? You're affecting their experience. And I thought I was so pleased to hear somebody else bring that in, and then they had a further discussion. Everybody was then open-minded enough to actually revisit their point of view and discuss it in that collaborative way.
Yeah.
I think the 3 faculty aspect of it was really good, because we so seldom manage to talk across those sort of barriers.
Yeah. Well, we're all so busy, you're constantly on the treadmill, you barely talk to somebody outside your immediate teaching team.
Well, the barriers to this is just literally the pressures of daily life, isn't it? I mean, with the best will in the world, one often doesn't have time, and it's making that time, making opportunities like this.
I think at the very least then, what we can take away, even if we don't put in a system of co-creating assessments, is that we know that we need to signpost ILOs at the start and the aims and this links to this, this links to this, and this links to this. That's why we're doing what we're doing.
They all absolutely got that, didn't they? I mean, that was the one big take-home message was, we engaged with the ILOs.
I mean, it was fascinating for me for a number of these students I've worked with now across their 3 years here, who are very engaged students who are performing brilliantly on the programme, actually saying, do you know what, I haven't actually really looked at that before. That for me is more than enough reason for coming together. If anything can bring clarity around sort of understanding what to do with a unit, this is it. I rambled a little bit there, didn't I? It was all kind of going quite smoothly.
Thank you very much, everybody. That's a good day. Thank you.
Good day.